Previously on Abandoned and Forgotten Places, episode 59.
Actually, I'm just going to keep kind of panning around. There's so much to take in. Let's get out of this section. That's very, very sketchy. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. All right, we're back outside. Here's the portal right behind me here. This is where we went in and explored the 200 level and everything up. And then on part 3, you just got done watching last weekend, we explored from the 200 level down. Now, over here, what we have is after the rescue mission, or trying to recover the 3 guys that lost their lives in this mine, when that failed, trying to recover them inside the mine, they came over here and they dropped in another adit directly to the side of the main portal. And that's what we have right behind me here. Now, at this stage of the game, it was pretty much just a recovery mission. They knew that the guys had probably not survived the ordeal, and they were just trying to recover the bodies for their families. So they dropped in this incline shaft, and what it does is it goes down and it makes a hard right-hand turn to try and get in underneath the area that they were working. So what we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to take you back down to the 500-foot level, because there's a bunch of ladders that go from the 500 to the 400, then from the 4 to the 3, and then eventually the 3 to the 2. I want to take you guys all the way through those different levels to show you how they were working these stopes. And then finally, at the end today, we're going to head down into here and to see how they went about trying to get underneath the 300 level to recover the bodies. Okay, let's head on inside and we'll head on down to the 500 level. Okay guys, we're over here on the far left-hand side of the incline, and I'm trying to determine which one of these ladders is an escape route. The mucker that I showed you last weekend is just right over there, and just beyond that mucker is another ladder going up, but that ladder is completely destroyed. This ladder here is the only good ladder that I can find going between the 5 and possibly the 400, but we have a problem. As I was working down to the 400 level, we cut left back up into that drift, and it only went in 20 feet and stopped. So there's no ladder coming up from the bottom to the 400 level. So that tells me that what this is probably doing here is it's just going up into the stopes between the 500 and the 400 level. And so I'm going to see if I can't get up in here to show you guys what that looks like, because this is where the guys were working when they came back between 1980 and 1982. All right. Okay. Let me get past up this part here. These ladders are in really nice shape so far. Oh yeah. Okay. We're onto our first terrace. Now we're working the ladders. Up the second. All right, let's look up in here. Whew. The ladders are going almost completely vertical. And just get past this. There we go. Yeah. These ladders have been, these have all been reconditioned. Let me show you where I'm going. See that terrace up there? That's what I'm trying to get to, so I'll see you up there. Okay guys, that's where I just came from. That ladder is close to being vertical, but not quite. I'm currently standing on a terrace, and we've got one more to go here. Now, off to the right, you see all this wood? Well, that's because that's part of the ore chute. And that's what this ladder's doing, is it's going up an ore chute, the side of it. So somewhere up here, there must be a way of funneling that rock down the side of the ore chute. Looks like we got one more ladder, and that's got to be right above our heads, so I'll meet you up on that big platform up there. Okay, see you up there. All right, so a moment ago I was just right down there. We came up that ladder, and we're currently standing on a big wooden platform, and off to my left, look here, we've got, this is some sort of it looks like it's an incline. Off to my left, off to my right, we have a day box. Let's look in there, see if we can find anything. Nope, empty day box. Okay, turning back around. Now, right off the bat, this is looking a lot like that incline shaft that is directly to the left of the main haulage adit outside, because it is going in the right direction. Let's look up there. Yep. But we're going to access this part of the mine from the outside. For right now, I want to continue exploring these ladders. So let's turn around and go back this way. And see what's down here. This is really cool. And I say that because we're approximately at the 400 level. I'll show you what we have here. There's an exit sign down on the ground there. Yeah, see this rail on the floor in front of me? That would have went over to an ore pass right out there, which is going to dump straight down to the 500 level. Big air tank, and their slickers are still hanging here. Okay. That's pretty neat looking tank. All right. Yep. More ore chutes going down to the 500. See right there. Down where those muckers are. Okay, turning around. Here they used a bunch of cyclone fencing to stabilize the back of the mine. All right, let's see how much further this goes up in here. Okay, so they were going to head off that way, and if they would have, it would have eventually connected back up with that big incline shaft. Down here on the floor, you can see where the rail would have went off that direction, and this is where they stopped. Okay, turn it back around. I tell you what, guys, this is a really cool section of the mine. I'm just going to take you back where we came from. Sometimes you end up seeing stuff that you missed on the way in. Now, this line right here, those muckers down at the 500-foot level, those are hydraulically controlled. And these are the lines that would have controlled a mucker right there. Okay, headed back to this station with a ladder that continues going up. Let's see if I can look up there. Yeah, that's going to work up into more stopes. That wasn't the way up. That ladder is from somewhere else. All right. Let's look down here. Let's see if this was nailed shut. Nope, it opens. There we go. And just like I said, that's an ore pass that goes down back down to the 500, which is where we need to go. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play it safe. I'll close that so that the next Mine Explorer doesn't fall into it. That wouldn't be good. Okay, and here we are back at that incline and back to the ladder. Okay, I'm gonna head back down these ladders and meet up with my exploring buddy. I'll see you back down there. Okay, just like that, back to the 500. So now we know how to get from the 500 level below that and directly below that secondary incline. That was really interesting. Now, the clues just keep coming to light about this mine. The report said that they dropped in a secondary shaft to the left-hand side of the primary haulage adit, and that's where I just came out. But the sole purpose of dropping that shaft was so that they could recover the men from the 300 level. But what I saw up there wasn't that at all. That shaft was put in so that it could access the level right around the 400 to drop ore from that lower level down here to the 500. That has no indication to me that they dropped it in to do body recovery. So what we need to do now is work our way back up to the 300 and start exploring the area that we absolutely know, according to the report, that those three men were buried in between the 300 and the 200. So let's head back over to the incline, go up to the 300, and start exploring those escape routes. Okay, I'm back here to the 300 level. I tell you what, guys, who needs a gym membership when you're climbing up and down ladders all day long? Holy cow, I'm just sweating like crazy. But anyways, we're back at the 300. Now, this is the spot that we absolutely know where those 3 miners are. They're somewhere between this level and the 200 right above me. Now, further on up in this drift, there's a ladder that says escape route. What I want to try to do now is go up that ladder and start working into this stope to see if anything might have dislodged over the last 61 years, and maybe, just maybe, we can find one of these guys. We'll see. So let's head on over to the ladder. I'll see you over there. Okay guys, I walked all the way over. We're on the left side drift, left of the incline shaft, and here's the escape route that goes between where we're standing now, the 300 level, and this is going to work up to the 200 level. Now, if I'm guessing correctly, this ladder is going to spit out either where those tanks were up there or outside of that other drift just off the haulage at it. But along the way, I'm going to see if we can't work this stope to see if we can't find these guys. Okay, let's head on up here and see what we can find. Okay guys, let's see what we can find up here. Now immediately, off to my left, we're only about 20 feet above the 300. You can see the vein out that direction. Looking off to my right, yep, we've got definitely a collapse, and it's going up that way. All right, let's keep going up. There's a busted rung on that ladder. You have to be careful of this. Okay, let's see here. Oh, watch out! Right. Yep. Watch out for rock.
Yeah, it's a good thing I stepped away already.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
Is everything solid up there? Or?
Yeah, I just got to get my footing. I got to get a better handhold here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, that one, look out, look out. No, that one didn't take my weight either. That's,
Cancel that one, huh?
that's 2 rungs broke. Let's see if I can't get my foot up on the 3rd one here. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to, let me show you what's going on, guys. So there was a stall stretched between, from where my foot is off to the back right there. That's the first one that snapped. See, I put my foot up on that one and that one snapped. There's a real good chance that the rest of these are going to snap too. Now I gotta try to figure out. All right guys, what I'm gonna have to do is put the camera down. There's no way I can do this without using all of my appendages, and I'll meet you up on that landing. See you up there. Okay guys, well that got pretty exciting. So I just came from right down there, broke 2 rungs on that ladder, and then the second one up that you can see there completely failed. That one just is destroyed. No matter how much weight I put on it, it just kept breaking. It was totally rotten. So here we are. We're probably 75 feet up into this stope. We've got what looks like an ore pass going off that way. I don't think it is though. Now, let me get up over here. Okay, so there's a pillar right here holding up the hanging wall, and it was a pillar similar to this is what those guys were removing when this entire section failed. Now I'm trying to find that section. We've got something that goes off that direction. Higher up here above me, the ladders keep going, and then it looks like they go almost vertical. We'll be headed there in a minute. Off to my right, you can see here's a section that they were working. Look at, let me get a better foothold here. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, let's take a moment and pause the video for a second, because this is a really important part of the story. I was having some camera difficulties through this section, and that's why the frames are stuttering. Anyways, you'll notice that in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can see the smooth hanging wall, and then it just disappears into a large chasm. Now, the report said that it was the hanging wall that ultimately failed and fell in on the miners. So we definitely are in the section of the mine that failed, and here real soon I'm going to be taking you down underneath the debris that fell into the lower part of this stope. Okay, let's get back at it.
So here's the, there's the focus. Let me get my focus back in here. Okay, so off to the right here is the hanging wall. Okay, and at one time, right through this section, right here, there would have been a pillar that went from the hanging wall to the footwall. And what these guys were doing was they were up in here removing pillars, which when you do that, you're decreasing your support. Now, off to my left, you can kind of see a pillar going off that direction. And then further on up there, there's the ore body that they were working. But you can clearly see right over here, let me show you this. I can't walk over there because it's just too steep, but you can see like through that section there, the hanging wall completely failed and fell. All the debris fell down there, taking all the stoles and everything with it. Okay, and around the corner over there, it doesn't look like it keeps going. It just stops right up there. I can't get there anyways because it's just too steep. Now, turning back around, my next goal is to get up those ladders. So let's head over that direction. Okay? Now these ladders, they're all rotten. They're dry rotted. Well, this one's still in pretty good shape. Yeah. Okay. Let me work my way up onto this little landing here. There we go. There. Okay. Now we can get up in here. And it wouldn't surprise me if where I'm spitting out is right at the 200. And lo and behold, hey, who do we have up here?
That's exactly where you spit out, Gly.
So indeed, this did come out. Oh, it came out at the second drift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to sit back for a minute, take a drink of water, and discuss the next area that we're going to explore. See if we can't look for another place to try to find these guys. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, well, that was a lot of fun. And just like I said, we were going to pop up either out of this drift or the one over there by the tanks. Okay, so I'm sure this looks real familiar to you guys. I showed this to you many times already in previous episodes. So what we need to do now is head back over to those tanks, because there's a ladder going down over there, and see where that goes and see if we can't get up into this stope. Okay, I'll see you over there. Okay guys, we're back here at the old tank, and there's a ladder going down into that same stope directly behind me. So what we have here is the second to the last location that we haven't explored yet, looking for these guys. So let's head on down into this stope and see what we can see. Come on over with me. All right. Let's see if we can break some rungs on this ladder, huh? Oh Oh yeah, I don't think anybody's been down here in a while. Go down that little pipe there. There we go. Ooh, this is really ugly looking here. Okay. Well, there might be a reason why. Okay, let me first get my footing and see where we're at. Okay, now we're coming up to a nice ladder. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to turn around. This one is definitely not going down front ways. Okay, here we go. Let's take it nice and easy. Oh yeah. Yeah, we are definitely into an entirely different part of the mine. Okay. What do we have here? We've got a drift that goes off that way, and turning back around, we have a drift that's going off that way. And let me show you where I came from. Right up there. Hey, Mr. M. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. If you go down that ladder like about 8 feet, you're gonna see a big rock that's...
I see it.
Could you please go down that ladder and dislodge that rock and send it down? I'm gonna tuck myself out of the way. That thing is too precarious.
I see.
Could you please kick that sucker down?
Yeah, you got a horn?
So, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back up in this drift.
I'll turn my light off, and when I see you lights off, I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go find a hiding spot.
Right.
Yep, I just noticed that rock, guys. Okay, go ahead. I'm safe. See, he's kicking that big rock down. When I head back up out of this thing, I don't want that thing becoming dislodged and hit me in the face. I think he's got one more big one.
Hey, Gly,
Yeah,
are you clear?
I'm clear. Go ahead.
Okay, here it comes.
All right.
Oh, that thing is just barely on there.
I know. Whoa. Yeah, that would have hurt. Okay, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Alright.
Okay, let's first take a look over here. All right, what's down here on the floor? Can't read what that is. Oh, it's it looks like it's some rolling papers for cigarette. And okay, I know where we're at now. So I'm looking down on the incline shaft. Oh, no wonder. There we go. I was like, what's going on with my lighting? So I'm looking down on that incline shaft that they dropped in immediately to the left of the primary haulage adit. That's what we're looking at right here, and it goes right underneath me. There's a small drift that at one time they were going off that direction and stopped with a bunch of beer cans and pop cans behind me. They were working another drift up in this area. Oh, look at here. There's still dynamite that's hanging from the rock face right there that didn't go off. Okay, now what we need to do is work our way back down that drift, and I can see ore chutes down there. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, now that I'm pretty much sure that we don't have any more rocks gonna fall on my head.
All right, let's take a moment and pause the video because I want to point out something important. You'll notice that those blocks of wood have been precisely cut to fill the added opening. And then long ago, somebody came in and tore it down to gain access into this part of the mine. From this point forward, we are entering the miner's tomb.
I can safely go this direction. This almost looks like false floor here. Yeah, it sure does. Look at here, we had a bunch of cribbing through this area I've got to crawl over. All right, what's up in here? Oh, very nice. Well, I'll tell you what we've got, guys. A brand new section of mine that no one's ever documented before. Okay, I'm seeing I'm having a technical difficulty here. I need to make an adjustment on my camera. I'll be right back. There we go. Somehow my finger accidentally hit the zoom button. Okay, so we have a really well cribbed section here with a lot of ore load marks there in all the wood. All right.
Once again, let me point out some more important features of this section of the mine. You'll notice that all of the wood bracing you see there before you is just kind of haphazardly put into place or nailed into place. It almost has the appearance as though they were in a big rush to try and support their way through this debris field, and that's why they were nailing in timbers in every which direction to try to keep all of that debris from falling down on the rescuers. You have to think of this section as burrowing in underneath a really loose debris field, and that's why it looks the way that it does.
And it looks like the mine, it splits. It goes left and right. Let's go right. Wow. Look at all the woodwork in here.
Now, you'll notice right there, up in the face of this drift, that there's 4 or 5 blocks of wood that look very similar to the blocks of wood we found entering into this section of the mine.
Here's an old oil can. Looks like Mobile 1, but this is as far as it goes this direction. Oh yeah, this is the, okay, I'm definitely seeing the collapse now. Look at all the material that came down here. All of this come crashing down. But that's as far as it goes. Okay, well, we'll just back right out of here and go down the left-hand side. There we go. Wow. Well, now that wood looks like it was tossed up there. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll get a better look at it here real quick. The amount of woodwork through this section is just incredible. Holy cow. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my gosh. Would you believe this? Look at all of the material. They were using, I just can't quite figure it out, if they were just using a bunch of scrap wood for gobbing. How far does this go up in here? Oh no, this is definitely the collapse. I'm directly under it, guys. Okay. I'm in a very, very, extremely dangerous situation here. Okay, let's see if I can get a little better look. We're gonna work our way through this like a little church mouse. Does it go any further? No, it ends right there. Okay, let's get out of here. At least we know that it did end. Okay, look at this. I've been in a lot of mines in my life. I've never seen anything quite like this. Just incredible. Okay, feeling better now. Now that I'm out from underneath all of that debris. All right, let's work our way back to the safe zone. Okay, turning back around. Oh yeah. Here's, see what's written on that board right there? See that? R.I.P. Rest in peace. So indeed, I'm directly underneath where the collapse occurred. Okay. One more shot. Because I think this is the closest that we're going to be able to get to these poor souls that lost their lives in this mine. Okay guys, this would appear as though this is the closest I'm going to be able to get to where the collapse occurred and where these men lost their lives. So I just erected a quick little cross and memorial here for these guys, and I'm going to say a quick prayer. Dear Lord, take care of these men who lost their lives in this mine. Watch over their souls. Amen. But we've got one more place that we need to go, and that's the other incline shaft that was directly to the main haulage at it. Let's head over there and walk down that. Even though we know where that's going to end up, let me take you guys down through that incline shaft and we'll get a better look at it. So I'll see you over there. Okay guys, back outside, and I'm over here at the second adit. That one over there is the one we just came out. That's the 200. Now this one here that I'm standing by, this is the one that supposedly that they dropped in to the left-hand side of the 200 to 300 foot stope to recover those men. But now that I've been down in this mine, I no longer believe that side of the report. This now appears that it was actually a part of the mine. Okay, let's head on inside. I'm going to show you what this part is all about. Okay. So what we have here is, there was at one time a big iron door, and there's a whole bunch of crumble coming down from the back here. And there's no bracing whatsoever. Now, instead of a ladder, what we have on this incline is just this basically it's a 2x12, and then they nailed these rungs onto it going all the way down. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to speed this up and I'm going to meet you guys down into the bottom. Okay, all right, so there is the drift right there, and that's where we were when I got as close as I could possibly get to where the collapse occurred that trapped the miners. That's where I was standing, looking down onto this incline here. It looks like someone put a scary poster right there. Yeah. All right. Let's continue on down. All right, so now we're coming into that section. Remember when I was down on the 500-foot level and I came up those ladders? There's the ladder right there that I came up. And if we go down this way, this is going to take us right back over to where that big tank was. Right over here. Yep. And now we know how this one plays out. All right, guys, I'm going to take you back outside. I'll see you out there. All right, guys, back outside. Well, I just wanted to thank you all for coming along with me for this epic exploration of the Silver Souls mine. That was a lot of fun, and I believe that we probably covered close to 80–90% of this mine without going really deep into a lot of the different stopes and areas. So with that, I'm going to get on out of here. But before I do, look what I found on the windshield of Mr. M's Jeep when I popped up out of the mine. Looks like Wonder Hussy was here and she left her calling card on the windshield wiper. That's pretty cool. I hope someday maybe I can meet her. She's a pretty cool gal, and she's got a really neat YouTube site. So you should head on over there one of these days and check it out. She explores some really neat stuff topside. Again, thank you all for coming along with me on this fantastic adventure, and I'll see you again next weekend. All right, take care. Bye-bye.